Hello again. Okay, second part of the video. Now I noticed that was getting a little bit too long, so I thought I'd start again and just talk about this one subject because it's probably going to be a long video and I have a lot to say about it. Oh god, I've made that look worse. Sorry everybody, I made myself look really horrendous. Okay, so it's an update on my quadrupedal life. And I've been doing some more research on Quora, and like I say, other people have asked about like why don't humans walk on all fours and stuff like that, and you see lots of answers. Like I needn't have asked mine because there's already like a million people have already asked it, and it's like, well, you know, they've already got the answers I was looking for. So what was it now? So by chance I found this particular answer that said there was a woman who became severely disabled. Well, she just broke her back or something, and it was just for the time being, and while she was recovering she actually walked on all fours when not in a wheelchair, and that actually helped her and she became stronger for it. I told you about that in my last quadrupedal video. So because of all this that's been happening with my birthday, I've sort of forgotten about that. And I've not really been, well, I have been walking on all fours like at night time when I'm upstairs, but I'm trying to do it like around the house more like during the day, especially when my hips and back start giving me jip. And yesterday I really needed to, because yesterday my back and hips were really giving me jip. Up, down, all here, and here, and here was all giving me problems. So I ended up walking on all fours to do the nighttime routine when I wasn't carrying something. So when I had to get from one place to another, I walked on all fours, and what I did was I actually put because it's a lot of our floors are carpeted, but a lot of floors are also concrete or wooden. Well, the ones upstairs are wooden, the ones downstairs are concrete. So when going in the rooms that were concrete, I put on my slippers onto my hands, and they were very comfy and soft, and they're new, so they're not gross yet. With, you know, like ages of wearing them. I've only worn them like a few times so far, and it was good, but it wasn't great because they were so sort of long and flat. So they're like that shape at the tip, the toes and stuff. So every time I went like to do that, it just got caught. It wasn't a nice feeling, so I ended up having to lift like this. I ended up having to move like that instead of like this, which I would normally do when I walk. So I had to just stiffly walk like this. I'm not sure if that's any good. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to find something else. So I thought maybe I'll try my fluffy slippers that are a bit more flexible. They're still kind of long at the toe, but they're kind of flexible. So I'm going to use, I've not done that yet. But I have actually used these on my hands, and oh my god, they're a winner. Not only did they give me height for my arms, so that my upper body is a bit more level to my lower body, but also the comfort factor, because the soles are sort of squashy and squishy, and also because they go up at the toes instead of being completely like flat and straight. They go up at the toes like virtually Aladdin's shoes. So that means I can go like that, and I can walk like like that instead of walk like that, stiff at the wrist. So they give me height, they're comfortable, they fit good. But unfortunately I won't use these because I've been wearing these for a couple of years now, and I'm pretty sure they're gross. But they're a bit, I will admit, they do scratch a little bit because they do have like slightly rougher material on the inside. So it does scrape here, my knuckle area. So What I was thinking of doing about that, if I was to wear these shoes just around the house or the garden when I want to be on all fours, I was thinking of putting socks on my hands or gloves before putting them in. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do believe you can get like proper specialized gear for putting on your hands for walking on all fours, because apparently there is this community called the pup community, which is where they wear these leather masks that look like Dobermans, and like sometimes they wear rubber suits and stuff, or sometimes they just don't wear that stuff and they just go to these play areas, these mosh pits as they're called, just to play with each other and just, you know, frolic like dogs. That's my friend over there. So yeah, it's not, before you say anything, it's not entirely a sexual thing. It can be innocent and just someone like just going back to just being an animal, just being animalistic. And they don't always wear the gear. Sometimes they just like dress in normal clothes. Obviously they can't wear any buckles or anything like that, otherwise they could hurt someone. But they actually like play fight in these soft mosh pits where they could just bounce around and they can be a bit rough with each other. But you have to do, there's certain rules, like you have to tie up your hair and you have to have like short hair, or tie up your hair if you've got long hair. You can't wear anything like this or anything like this, or any buckles or anything that could hurt anybody. Nothing. You've got to just wear soft clothes, like just shorts and a top that's like, those probably denim pants would be no good because they've got studs and buttons on them and zippers and stuff, so they'd be no good. I'd have to wear the shorts I wore for you guys yesterday or whenever it was, when I wore those black soft shorts, like they were soft stretchy shorts, so elasticated shorts. So yeah, like something like that, and like maybe a top like this. I can still smell some juice. I did wash it out, but I can still smell juice in this from when I juiced it yesterday. So, oh no, the tag's showing this stupid thing. I'll cut that off later. I meant to cut it off. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, so for pup play, you can get these, they're like boxing gloves, but they don't have the finger and the thumb thing like normal boxing gloves would have. So, but the problem with those, the leather, the problem with those is that you have to have somebody else put them on and do them up, and you can't take them off whenever you want. You'd have to get someone's help every time if you wanted to have them taken off, and that would be no good for me because I need to be able to take my hands out and scratch myself, or sort my nose out or whatever. So I'd be in and out of them quite a lot, so I need something I can slip in and out of quite frequently and easily whenever I need to. And a lot of you guys will probably be the same way. Some of you might not be bothered, because maybe you don't get itchy or have any problems at all like I do with freaking allergies and shit. So you guys will probably be okay who don't have allergies and shit. So yeah, so I'd suggest those, but I'd suggest something with a bit of height. Like you can get stilts. I'm not sure if you could buy them, but I know this guy got them specially made so he could be like the same height as his lower half. I used to use umbrellas, like I had these little child's umbrellas, I used to just use them, but they don't really support my weight, so I had to actually just bend over virtually. Sorry, you know me, I'm always getting distracted. You guys don't mind, I'm nosy. I'd probably cut these bits out, but I can't be arsed. So anyways, I was saying, so yeah, so I'd recommend something with height so that you're not like that, because that is very uncomfortable. It does give me a headache, and when I stand up I get a rush of shit, down, you know, like anything that's rushed to my head will rush down, and I'll feel dead woozy, which happened to me last night when I was walking on all fours, then stood up again to do stuff. So yeah, I'd recommend getting something with some height for here, like stilts or just like platform shoes. Get some platform shoes that will just fit your, like maybe a size 2 or something in platform shoes, and just walk around. It's got to be platform, not heels, because the heels, your fists, your hands will end up at the toe bit, and that'll be the flat bit. Your hands will end up at the heel bit, so you need to get something with a bit of a platform or a wedge like there. So get that, or like I say, the stilts, or like I say, you could get these pup play things. So I think if you type in, like, I don't know what you type in, like maybe pup play gear, or just like stuff for walking around on all fours or something, I don't know. Just do whatever you want, you know, type in whatever you want that might be similar, and you might get a result. I did type something in, but I can't remember what it was now. I just got a load of I typed in like stilts for your hands so you can walk on all fours, and it just came up with a load of normal stilts for your feet, and it was for like builders, like who wanted to go on stilts to reach high up areas. So yeah, so that's no good. I mean, if it's a pair of stilts that you could use on your hands, or you know, like you could just grab hold of and just go like this, and that would be fine. I kind of need something that I could just grab and just go whenever I want to. Nothing I have to attach to myself, you know. But I wouldn't mind, like, if that's all I could get hold of, and it wasn't too difficult to get on and off. I need more drink. So yeah, so as for the benefits of walking on all fours, I've heard quite a lot of different conflicting things, but I just go with my instincts, and my instincts tell me that it's good for you. A lot of people said, oh, it's bad for you, and it'll cause this problem and that problem with this area and your cranium or whatever, you know. But I don't really believe them. I believe the ones that say it was good for them, because they actually tried it and tested it, and apparently they benefited from it, from walking on all fours. So yeah, I think that, you know, just go with your instincts. If you think that it's going to help you, then do it. If you think it's not going to help you, or it's going to make any problems you have worse, or just give you problems, then don't, you know. Just do whatever is right for you. But I think that ultimately mankind would actually benefit from walking on all fours again if we started now. Like if we started them young, like, you know, instead of teaching them to walk as toddlers, just let them keep walking on all fours. Or teach them to walk, but just tell them it's better if they continue to, like, give them the option. But say it's better to walk on all fours because it'll keep you from getting back problems and hip problems and stuff. Because it really helped me last night, because I was in so much pain and discomfort. But when I was walking on all fours, it just melted away. All the pain, discomfort and achiness just melted away. It was perfect, it was fine. But then when I was walking upright again, it was pain, discomfort. We just weren't really meant to walk on all fours, not permanently anyway. I get that we were supposed to go on all fours so we could, like, see, like, if there was an enemy, like, you know, in the tall grass and stuff, like, from afar or whatever, so we could see better from afar and in tall grass. But, like, you know, we could have just ended up like meerkats, where they just look around. So they just walk on all fours to look around, but then, you know, go back to walking on all fours again, because that's what they do when they're on the move. They walk on or run on all fours. But humans were just permanently stood up, and it's actually not practical, as much as it seems practical now. Because if you, in this day and age, if you saw someone walking on all fours or running on all fours, it would look very strange to you. A lot of people, even us Therians, who do a lot of the time walk on all fours and think it's quite normal to us, but, you know, to a lot of people it would be considered weird. But if you guys want to do it in public and anybody questions you about it, just say that you're doing it to help your back, because you believe that walking on all fours is better for your back. Like, not just your back, but just everybody's, like, back and posture and everything. And it does work, because you've tried it and tested it, and it does work. So yeah, just tell people that, like, if they think that you're strange, don't, like, just go on about. Because I have tried this before, where I've told people that I'm a Therian, like when they ask me why I'm wearing a tail and stuff, and I've told them about, like, I'm a Therian, and they said, oh, you know, what's a Therian? And I started talking to them about it, and they looked at me like I was cuckoo. So Don't say that. Just say, just like, you know, you're doing it for a reason. Don't just say you're doing it because you're a Therian. Say you're doing it because it helps you, your posture and stuff. Obviously, if you're in a big group of Therians, I suppose it's okay. Because you guys, a lot of the time when you have pack meets, you're out in public and you're wearing tails and ears. It's okay when you're in a group doing it, but when you're on your own, it's kind of a bit intimidating. And people think you're cuckoo. Anyway, I think that's going to be all for now. I'm wondering whether to do a live stream now on my other channel, because I finally got data, and I can go out if my mum's asleep, so she'll be alright for hopefully a couple of hours, and but then again, I might end up having problems with my hips again. So maybe I should just rest today, like have today and tomorrow to rest. I just hate to miss an opportunity to go out and just might take the scooter, actually. Yeah, I might just take the scooter again. Don't worry guys, I won't bore you with any more scooter videos. I'm sure you're bored of them now. I've uploaded so many of them. And you guys were also disappointed it wasn't a Vespa scooter, it was just a mobility scooter. So, like I say, I just wanted to do an experiment and just test it out and see how people responded to me and see how, like, the street was for someone going around in a scooter or wheelchair, you know, on a regular basis or permanently. And it is atrocious, but it is doable as long as you're willing to go on roads. Okay, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and tell me your thoughts on what we have discussed in the video. And I'm going to get myself some water and then we're going to go out on the scooter. So have fun, have a nice day. See you in the next one.